Hey guys, this is Vin Redmond from Elon Baseball. I'm here today with Figured Out Baseball to take you through our front toss progression. Very briefly, our setup on this. We have an L screen. We have this set up 15 feet away from home plate. I think that's important that we not get, especially not too far. This is a good distance where I can flip it with some pace from 15 feet and make sure the trajectory of the ball is working a little bit more flat. The further back you get, the ball gets an arc on it, and that creates unrealistic timing and ball path for our hitters. All right, so it's important that you set it up 15 feet, and it should be flipped pretty firm so it's on a line. All right. The reason that we work from tee to front toss is because it's a little bit more complex. So the ball is stationary, whereas front toss here, obviously we're getting the ball moving, adds another timing level of complexity to it, and it's a little bit more controlled than batting practice overhand because I can really pinpoint where I want this. I'm going to talk briefly about the rhythm that we use for this. I think it's really important timing-wise for our hitters, and I think that's also why this is good, and this is a great drill, a great format to implement, start working on some timing. The way I set this up for our hitters is I take 2 steps, I go right foot, left foot, and then I start working the ball back as my left foot comes forward. I always keep 2 balls in my hands. When the balls separate is when I want hitters to start their load. Okay, they have to start moving when the balls separate. All right, and that provides them with about the same amount of time as they would from a pitcher in seeing a ball from a pitcher when the pitcher breaks his hands. And it's a good cue to get them to think about starting their load early and going smooth with it instead of starting when the ball comes out of my hand and then trying to load and then swing at the same time. It's a little bit more of a realistic look for them to be game-like. 2 balls, when the balls separate, you as a hitter should be starting. All right? Again, you'll notice the ball comes out with a little bit of pace. All right, so as a player, a lot of our guys struggle with flips, with flipping the ball. So we actually spend a little bit of time each fall in teaching them how to properly flip to each other. But the biggest thing is making sure it's 15 feet and then trying to put it on a line. When we work with our hitters about proper flipping, I give them some freedom, obviously, in how they're going to go about making accurate flips. The one thing I don't let them do is I don't let them just stand here and flip like that. I want them to have some rhythm with some footwork, so whether it be right, left flip, or just the left flip. It's important that the hitter gets a timing mechanism, and to me, that happens from the footwork. So by seeing this, that gives them a timing mechanism to know they have to get started. Okay? A lot of times when they go no feet, they don't give a good arm swing. It's just kind of here and flip. Okay? So when you're teaching your guys how to flip, they should be doing it with a straight wrist, and you're more or less, your lever is your shoulder, and you're just flipping from there. All right, so for guys who can't do the 2-step, right, left, they just go 1 step with their left foot, and all they're doing is keeping the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder all straight, and they're extending from there. All right, some guys, a lot of guys who struggle with flipping, they'll just try to flip with their wrist. It's important as an infielder, especially our infielders are usually pretty good at it, that you keep a stiff wrist there and you're using just your arm to flip it. This is Vin Redmond from Elon Baseball. Thanks for watching my front toss progression, and now we'll get into the fastball change during front toss.